Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out. You've experienced life, love. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out. You've experienced life, love. Have no fear, just keep pushing, be strong. Keep the faith until change comes. Strength is not how much you can ever overcome in what you couldn't do alone. I'm determined to. Yeah, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'm gone. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out. You've experienced life, love. Have no fear, just keep pushing, be strong. Keep the faith until change comes. Strength is not how much you can ever overcome in what you couldn't do alone. I'm determined to. Yeah, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'm gone. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah.
Woo! What's up, y'all? It is Tisha Milton, and welcome to Manifest Life with your girl, Tisha. We are in the month of May. Hey, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you all. I am so grateful to be here. Why don't you all just write your name in the chat so I can see who's hanging out with me on today, on tonight. It's tonight. And when I tell you, tonight is going to be a great show. I am so excited about my guest. So before I introduce my guest, let's go ahead and share this live. I gotta make sure I have no lipstick on my team. Yeah, to share this live because it's going to be epic and life-changing. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm in Texas. So my allergies have been acting up. That's why I got this tissue in my hand. So y'all just excuse me or not. But I got to take care of my business. Listen, before we move on, it is tea time with Tisha. And I'm going to give a few shout outs. But first, I got some tea. Wait a minute. Let me drink on this one. I got some tea to pour for y'all. Hold up. It's hot. Oh, it's good though. So good. That kind of look like that's my color right there. Listen, on May 18th, I am so proud of this young lady. This young lady have fought a good fight and got through all of the trenches, jumped over the hurdles, all of that, have worked so hard to make it happen. And she's finally an author. Give it up for Tisha Milton. Listen, May 18th, mark your calendars. It's going down at Sankofa's. If you need the address, just go to my page and I'm going to put it out again on tonight. But if you look at it, it is the Manifest Life Handbook. This is the affirmation handbook. It is enough affirmations in here to last you the whole year. Somebody say 365. 365 affirmations. One that you can just wake up and say and go throughout your day. Listen, it say, see it, say it, believe it, receive it. You need your handbook. Right here, you got to come and get you one on May 18th. Listen, I have dedicated this book to, where it is? Where's she at? Oh, I'm sorry. What a picture. I'm moving too fast. To my mother, that's my girl right there. I'm dedicating this book to her, and you have to come and get it. Listen, I am showing you some stuff, some words. Just come and get it. Now, that's not all. Some people just get you one. Somebody say double for your trouble. Yeah, this is year 25, double grace. Y'all hear that? That's called hardback. Not the flimsy kind. This one's gonna last you. This is the journal that goes with it. In this journal, listen, of course I've written some stuff, but you have something to write about. I put in some scriptures that you can speak, and then your affirmation, and then you can write about it day by day. I'm so excited. You have to come in. When you come to the book signing, you will get a bundle price. Oh, look at this. Isn't this cute? They so cute. Come and get you one. But that's it for Tea Time with Tisha. Let me see. Get some shout outs. Let me see who here. Get my stuff together. Oh, my mouse not working. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got some folk up in the house. Hello. I want to say hello to Mary. Hey, sister girl. And to Letha Hall. Good evening, beautiful. You're so beautiful too. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you can't wait. Hey, I would say you the first one, but you number 2 because Pat number 1. I can't wait. I got your book ready for you. I'm gonna have your book ready. Thank you so much for being supportive. I appreciate you for just supporting it without even seeing it what it looked like. Appreciate you, bro. Love the bros. Auntie Sheila, hey, hello. Good evening, darling, to you. Darling. I love it. Hello to my another auntie. Hey, Auntie Nita. And to y'all saying 300. Oh, y'all talking about the book. Oh, I can't wait till y'all get it. I can't wait. You want that? Listen, come to the book signing. You're gonna get it signed. That's the thing about the book signing. You get my signature. Listen, it may not be worth a dime today, but just hold on. Just a little while longer. That thing gonna be worth something. All right. So thank you. And welcome to you, Ruth Phelps. Yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you all for tuning in. Listen, you're in for a treat today. My boy is here. And we're going to have some fun tonight. What are we talking about? Manifesting a relationship. I got me somebody on the show tonight. And I cannot wait until we dive into conversation. We're going to get deep tonight. Get into how to manifest a relationship. You know, it's not hard to get into a relationship, but the hardest part is to keep that thing. Woo! But somebody says she would keep. But anyway, let me get to my my guest. Give it up for Mr. Rob Warner. Woo! Thank you, sir, for being here. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How you doing today?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
You look good. You look good. Good to have you here. Our lovely audience cannot wait to hear what you have to say. Listen, it is going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ruth Phelps. So who is Ruth Phelps? Is that your teacher, Miss Phelps? The famous teacher that you all talk about all the time. Oh, okay. So hello, that's my mom's teacher.
Oh.
Yeah. So hey, I had to give a shout out to her. But back to you, sir.
Okay.
I am so glad to have you. Tell the people, who is Rob Warner?
Well, thank you.
Mr. Warner.
Well, first of all, I want to again say thank you for having me on. Your energy that you bring into the show, the introduction, the excitement, I really appreciate that. Rob Warner is I'm a psychotherapist, I'm an author, and I'm also a speaker. And what I normally do is teach men confidence. A lot of men don't have confidence. We have insecurities that stem from when we was a child, and whatever we go through as a child, we go through as adults.
Yes.
So these are the things that I help my individuals, my males, conquer.
Man, they need it so badly. Tell us, you're a psychotherapist. What in the heck is a psychotherapist?
Well, we deal with the mental part of it. A lot of times, a lot of people don't understand what mental health is, and May is mental health awareness.
Yes.
So, so mental health that's when the abnormal seems normal. This points to disease. So, like we have heart disease, there's an abnormal, lung disease, kidney disease. This is the abnormal cell when they become normal. So, for example, pain. It's not normal for people to touch your hand and you scream.
Right.
That's not normal.
Right.
So that's abnormal. So what we do is talk therapy, and a lot of dialogue goes into back and forth with our clients. So I'm very thankful and I'm very grateful for what I do.
Good. I am so glad, because here on the show, Manifest Life, I am supporter of therapy. Get you some therapy, get you some Jesus. You got it going on.
Yeah,
that'll help you get through life and the obstacles of life,
right,
because we all have to go through it. But when it comes to therapy in our community, what is the most misconception that people have about therapy?
Some people, depending on, some people say it's a waste of time.
Okay.
I've heard that some people don't want people in their business. But you have to look at the age and the stage. Generation Z and millennials, they buy into it.
Right.
Generation X, we're getting into it.
Right.
Baby boomers,
out of there.
Very slim. It's very slim because of the notion of they think they can just pray about it.
Right.
And also, we think, let's keep it in the household. And we've kept so much from the household that it has plagued us, and it will bring on traditional curses. So if you want to change, you have to stop some things.
Right. You got to break that generational curse of believing, can nobody help me? Now, God is all power.
Yeah.
I believe in him. I trust him. But I believe that he has gifted and anointed some people to minister to that psychological thing that you have going on. What I've learned from going through therapy, because I go.
Okay.
And there's some things that I do today that is really prompted from how I was raised. It's prompted from how I was nurtured and the lack thereof. But what I've learned that I cannot do is point blame, because I believe all our parents, they did the best they could with what they had.
Absolutely.
But it is not my responsibility to point the blame, but it is my responsibility to get some help. That's going to make me a better person on today. So I appreciate you for just being a therapist and really reaching out to men, because our Black men out there, they don't want to get some help. And because you're Black, because you are a male, what is your perspective on mental health when you're talking to men? How do you wheel them in?
Well, that's a great question, first of all. I kind of wheel them in by letting them know that they don't have to, they're not by themselves.
Right.
A lot of times we internalize the pain. We think we can do everything. This is coming from our parents, and especially we have, those who have fathers. Our fathers are our hero, and my father's my hero. So he carries a lot of weight. So we see that example, and then you think that we can do it by ourselves. But even those who believe in the Bible and believe in Jesus even going to the cross needed help.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be in this by yourself, because there are certain struggles and certain barriers and certain burdens that we just can't handle by ourselves.
Right. But most men want to tough it out. What is that thing? What is up with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? They feel like this. I mean, you take so much on. When I say you, I'm talking about the male perspective. Take so much on the physical part of being strong that they think if they physically strong, that it overpowers that emotional part of them that is oh so weak that they really don't want to express.
Well, society has held men to a different standard. And if men don't produce, then we're not any good. So we've been taught things when we were younger that just not really applicable in today's society.
Right.
Don't shut up, don't cry.
Right.
You a big boy. What you doing? And during that time, what the baby boomers had taught us, we bought what they taught. And so if you keep repeating it, this is what a pattern looks like. And so we feel that we can do it on our own. So this is something that we're realizing that we can't do it by ourselves.
As more men beginning to realize that and seeking help, because I believe just interacting with, I've had experience of men all my life, men in, my family, friends, loved ones, all of that. They know they need help, but just refuse to take that step into going to get it. Are you seeing more and more men reaching out to seek the help?
I am seeing, I'm seeing more than usual.
Okay.
But here's the thing, therapy is scary, because sometimes you don't know what it's going to reveal, and you don't know what you're going to find out about yourself.
Yeah.
You really find out that you really ain't got it going on.
Yeah.
It gets you from looking out the window to looking in the mirror.
Yes.
And when you start looking in the mirror at yourself, you'll start seeing your imperfection, and that's not fun.
Right.
And so, like you said earlier, it's easy to point the finger, but look at you, and that's not a pretty sight at all.
Yeah, been there. Still there. Still there, because I'm continuing. There's some things that is steady being revealed.
Yeah.
And sometimes I look at my therapist and be like, girl, you don't say nothing else. You better not say nothing else. Because, it's hard for me to take, only so much. But when you have that urge to want better, makes me okay with, receiving a little bit. And I think I'm a little Okay, we're back. I can't hear y'all. Okay. This is crazy. Here we go with this. Boo ballet. Okay, we're back. Say, oh, if you hear me. If you're with me, say, oh yeah, go ahead and put something in the chat. Let me know that you are still here. Please shout out my mama for her heavenly birthday. And TC alumni, aka hello, Mother Peel. Happy birthday. I forgot. Happy heavenly birthday. It's okay. Y'all still here. Good goobity goop. So he's Tom. I'm right. Tom. No, you said you was over. This happened to you.
On Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you for saying, oh yeah, let me know you still. So guess what? My computer just rebooted, just shut down and rebooted. But we're back. Talking about getting some therapy. But we're going to move on to the next part. And we're going to get juicy for a little minute. And the reason why I wanted you all to know that he's a psychotherapist and your targeted audience is Black men.
Yes.
That leads us to this book that you wrote.
Okay.
I got to tell y'all about this title. So he already know I got a problem with the title.
Okay.
The title says the 7 S's to getting any woman. Listen, I'm good with all of that. I'm good with 7 S's. 2, I'm good with that. I'm good with getting. If there's any part that any woman, tell us about that. How you even come up with this title? What's up with that?
First of all, how I even started by writing the book, my clients, they just really didn't know. What I thought was common wasn't really common. So a lot of men deal with insecurities. To get a super, bad woman, hot chick, whatever name you want to call it, a lot of guys really don't know. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of embarrassing for a man to admit that he don't know, especially when you get around other men. Mm. So we have insecurities.
Right.
So when I talk to younger men, they just didn't know. Mm-hmm. And as kids, we ask questions.
Right.
But as adults, we get kind of blamed and shamed for not knowing.
Right.
So the any part that you ask about is there's a Rubik's, a blueprint to people, human behavior. Forget about the ethnicity, but there's a blueprint, and the research and studies that I've come across, it just simply states it. If you put any formula to anything, it works.
Yes. This is true. We know talking about that. Yes, okay.
So again, whatever you say, it becomes.
That's right.
But that comes from the power of thinking.
Right.
So does a man think it, so is he.
Yeah.
That's why they had a book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So how you think, James Allen, you know what I'm saying? So is a man thinking. Mm-hmm. So whatever you're thinking is based on your perception. How do you see things? See, if I see things wrong, I think things wrong and I do things wrong.
Absolutely.
But what if I see things correctly? These lenses are called corrective lenses. So if I see things correctly, I think correctly, and I do correctly. So again, it's a formula. And if you plug the formula in there, it's going to work. Real simple.
Real simple.
And so I test anybody to get my book. Tell me which part you disagree with. You read it?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. Okay. No, it's not that I disagree, but I question some stuff.
Yeah, I'm put to
that. So, as an author myself, you have to be very strategic when it comes to the size of your book. And, the content because it's based on the content that you write in. And you want your cover to be attractive and you want your size to be attractive. Tell us about this size. Why you got it this size?
Well, if you think about men don't like carrying big books and stuff like that. It seems like homework. And men don't like that. So even in therapy, I give very little homework because it seems like a chore. So men want things that could be achievable.
Okay.
If we have a goal and we accomplish that goal, that seems achievable. So we beat ourselves on the chest. So think about it. We want something that's compact that we can kind of pull out and read. Back in the day, they had the little black book.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So little black book, you pulled it out. Even Will Smith did it on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So let me go to my little black book. JJ did it in Good Times. So I keep it there. So that the book size of the book makes it look achievable. And now I feel like I can accomplish it. If you ask the guy whose last book they read, they probably be like,
Yeah.
So, but women like to, they like to read, collect them.
Right.
Men don't really do that. They want to read it and not be embarrassed, unless you got that LeBron James deal. You got this phone in there in the book, look like you're reading.
Right.
But men want to get something they can read. Hey, man, I can read a chapter of this. I can read a chapter of that. Think about it. Why people don't read the Bible? Because it's so big. It doesn't seem achievable.
Right.
You're not going to do anything that don't seem achievable. So when they looked at my book, hey, it's achievable. So they get it. That's why I did it that size.
Very strategic. I like that. Makes sense. Look at this, y'all. It makes sense. Look, guys, it's achievable. So it's the 7 S's. Let's get in. The first S. I know you were strategic in doing this because it's really not ironic that you put that first S as self-esteem. So what inspired you to write about self-esteem as being the foundation?
Well, you have to look at yourself, look at your capabilities. We all have limitations. So think about it. If you don't have the ability with yourself, if you can or you can't, either way you write. So we have to look at the self-talk about ourselves. What can you do? A lot of guys won't approach a woman because they just simply think she's out my league.
Right.
And so the women will be like, hey, you can approach me. But at times, if we don't believe that we can't do something, we're just not going to do it. We're not even going to take the bat, not even going to come off our shoulder. So that's the reason why self-esteem is so important.
When I was reading it, this is the question. I had to write this question down because I was really pondering this when I was thinking about the men that I know, and even some of the men that I've come in contact with.
Okay.
So, what are some of the most common emotional struggles men face that affects their self-esteem that bleeds into a relationship with a woman?
Well, several things. One of them is physical attributes. Let's say if they're short in height, or if they have big ears, or a wide nose, something they can't really change. Then they feel like society has taught that if you're short, you got short man syndrome,
right? And
it's I don't know if that's true or not, but society gives you, and if you're tall, you got what, tall man syndrome? I mean, just so society can be very tough on men. Another insecurity is when a man doesn't come from a nurturing background,
right?
And if he doesn't have
that part,
if he doesn't have that nurturing, see, that's why the 2-parent household is so important. You get, the law part and the discipline part from your father, but you're supposed to get the love and nurturing. But then when you have some women who play dual roles, it gets confusion. Yeah. And men need nurturing, and we need discipline. And that discipline and structure. So that's why it's so important to have a father in the household. So these are things that's needed in the physical, the lack of.
Mhm.
These will have insecurity because I can't change that. I
Right.
can't change my height. I
Right.
can't change a person's ear or height, height, ears. It's just I can't change. I can't do anything about it.
Right.
So what happens is we don't want to accept it, and so we'll look at other people and we'll start comparing ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So a man cannot change his background, where he came from, whether he lacked the nurture or anything like that. But if you could give a man one thing or one way he can start to build his self-esteem,
hmm
to not just get the woman,
hmm
but just to build himself,
hmm
what would you say that thing is?
Don't lie to yourself.
Mm,
That means whatever you say, do it. Hold yourself to your word. See, words are so impactful.
mhm.
It's like a mirror to God, if you will.
Okay.
Remember, our words have power. They're very impactful. So let's think about it. Our words actually can start a miracle, if you will.
Yes.
So if we have our words,
Mhm.
have you ever heard somebody speaking and then they spoke so prophetic and so powerful that you say, man, your word changed me?
Yeah.
Or when they speaking that particular word, it says, man, I see things from a different perspective.
Mhm.
Or I was in the dark about that. Now you shine some light on that.
Right. Right.
See, words is like light.
Mhm.
And when you have light, that's the reflection of God. See, everything has a crack in it. And sometimes that greatness want to come out, and sometimes the greatness just go in. So it's no one all bad,
Right.
and it's no one all good.
Yeah.
So
for
you
sure.
have to understand your pluses, your minuses. The one thing that I'll give again, don't lie to yourself. If you say you're gonna do it, then do it.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna do it, then do it. Don't do it. Be honest with yourself.
Good. So what you saying leads us to another one of those S's that stood out to me was spoken word.
Okay.
In my experience, some men just don't know what the heck to say.
Yeah.
They just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Well, how can you speak to that?
Well, if you think about this here, the misconception that you hear people say by perception, uh, you hear a lot of times individuals men don't want to be told what to do. We want to be shown what to do. So we need a model.
Okay.
But how are we going to be something we don't see?
Okay.
So what we need is application. We have visualization and arbitration, then we need assimilation, hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
So when we see things, then we become steward. Men always want to do something with their hands, be built. So the spoken word, so prayer. Everybody don't know how to pray.
That's true.
So, but how you gonna know it? So you have to be taught.
Right.
Jesus taught the disciples. He said, teach us how to pray.
Right.
He taught them.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, how do you pray for yourself? How do you pray for others? And so you have to practice. When you practice anything, you keep doing anything over a period of time, you get better doing it.
That's right.
And that's even good or bad.
That's right.
So
right.
again, practice. How you speak will determine your success in the world. You can say the wrong thing and you can be counseled just like that. And you can say the right thing and you can make $1 million just like that. So there's power in our words.
Yes.
So the spoken word, speak the words. What are you saying when you open up your mouth? What are you saying? But most people just talk to respond. We're not taught how to think, pause, take 10 seconds. But see, that was taught to us when we was a kid by the baby boomers. Somebody hit you, you do what?
Hit them back.
See how that program?
Mm-hmm.
You do that today if you want to. See what happens. You will go to jail or get sued.
Yeah.
But you need to have a level of self-discipline.
Right.
Let me think. Thinking is very hard to do that most people don't do. And now with this AI and everything else, hey man, let me do the thinking for you.
Right.
Thinking is a skill set. And the better you can think and the clearer you can think, you can make decisions. But when you're in pain, you cannot think correctly. And when your emotions go up, your intellect goes down.
Yeah.
So again, the spoken word is, what are you saying? How do you speak?
You said something that triggered me. You said speak the word.
Yeah.
That did something.
It did something.
Yeah. You gotta speak the word. If you don't know what to say, open that Bible and speak the word over. I see. Okay, wait. We got some people talking. Oh my goodness. A lot of men do not know how to talk or speak to women. Yeah, he just went through that.
Yeah.
We have a question here from Jack. Jack said, how can I know if a woman wants me to make a move or just wants to be free?
Okay, that's a great question, first of all. Well, first of all, before I even answer that question, Jack, I think women got to do a better job.
And what?
I'm about to tell you. Well, we have to. Women have to give choosing signals. You know, back in the day, in the late, say, 30s, 40s, whatever. Remember the women used to walk around in little dresses that flared out, they have a little umbrella, and they would walk around like this. And then, if they were interested,
they would drop some.
So when the guy would reach out and they tip their hat and they said, "Ma'am, you dropped your handkerchief." And the lady, if she liked you, she said, "Oh, thank you. What's your name, Stephen? Hi, Stephen. My name is Cheryl." And they talk. Or if she went into it, she said, "Thank you," and she keep on moving.
Okay.
Well, this is an indication to the guy that she was interested. But sometimes this ladder is so tall. Some women expect a man to do everything. He's supposed to come, approach you. He got to talk. He got to do this. He got to do. I mean, and for what? And for you to be like, well, play hard to get, and then you got to kind of show some type of interest.
Right.
And how remember even back in the days, women would tell you what they want. You look at them; they got verbal and nonverbal clues.
Absolutely.
Okay, eye contact. And she show interest.
Right.
If she doesn't show you that level of interest, Jack, man, I just be like, hey, man, you might want to be direct. Hey, you know what? Are you interested in me or not? And if she like, well, hey, man, I wouldn't go down that route, but I would ask more direct questions. We're not taught how to ask questions.
Oh my goodness, y'all not.
We're not taught that. So hold on, women either, because y'all are trying to figure out. Y'all just like to see and go with the flow.
A little bit.
Yeah,
we're a little more direct.
Okay,
so a little more.
You would have called it 5149. That's fine with me. But again, what I'm saying is, as individuals, ask questions. You only get the answers to the questions that you ask. But people don't want to ask questions; they want to assume.
Right.
That ain't smart.
Right. You're right.
So what I'm saying is, ask questions. Hey, are you interested in me? What are your intentions? Hey, do you think that we? Well, I don't know. Okay, then. Well, okay, cool.
Right.
But so, Jack, if she's giving you attention and she's giving you time, these are clear indicators that you are on your way.
Wait, Jack is coming back. Hold on. He said, "I'm 34. I'm a lawyer. I've been respectful to women my whole life.
Okay.
I've never tried anything with a woman unless I felt it would be reciprocated.
Okay.
I just haven't felt that they ever wanted me that
way." Well, Jack, I think you may be living in fear. And fear is never good, never feels good. And as men, the rejection part, you have to practice, Jack. And you have to look at your confidence within yourself and see, hey, let me try. Nothing beats my father used to say it all the time, nothing beats a failure but a try. So just give it a shot. The worst thing that she can say to you is no, or she's not interested.
Right.
Okay. But again, don't look at it from the lack of scarcity. Look at it as abundance. And if you look at it from abundance standpoint, like, hey, let me just try it. Man, she could be looking for you. And these situations are never perfect. Remember, you ain't what she's looking for, and you ain't what she had in mind, but sometimes it works. And you have to understand that a level of chemistry and a level of flow.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's giving you that attention and that time, hey, see what happens. If not, hey, on to the next one.
So Jack, he mentioned in his book about getting the digits, right? Once you get the number, you get the old school. He old school, getting the digits, right? Once you get the digits, this is the man. Once the man get the digits and makes the call, and you start on the conversation, and the woman wants to go a little bit deeper than the surface level conversation that men's most times, some men most times want to stay at.
The surface level.
The surface level. Because, sometimes we want, me, want to know a little bit more about you before I can even know if I'm interested. So that, what's your favorite color and what you like and what you do. Man, forget all that.
What's your name? What's your sign?
What's your sign? Yeah, that's how we used to do it. What's your name? What's your sign? But no, I'm at the point, and most women that I talk to that are, a little bit older, we want to know, how do you deal with conflict when you get to it? Like when you met, everything is all peachy when I'm smiling in your face, you smiling at mine. I'm telling you what you want to hear. I'm saying stuff that you want to hear. What happens when I say something that you don't want to hear?
Well, I think that goes for both parties. I don't care how beautiful you are or how smart you are or what you have accomplished. Who do you become when you don't get what you want?
Right.
And so conflict is going to rise.
Right.
Conflict with yourself, conflict with your kids, your significant other. So how do you fight? I'm actually writing a book called 12 Plays, 12 Steps to a Healthy Relationship.
Don't say 12 play, right? That's
well.
Okay, 12 play. Go.
Well, you gotta know how to run the play.
Okay.
But you gotta learn how to fight.
Right.
It's certain things that you ain't supposed to say. And there's certain things you ain't supposed to do when you have a fight.
Right.
So you got to understand your limits and your boundaries. Sometimes society has taught women to go to, they'll either hit you in the ding dong or they'll talk about the ding dong.
Right.
And that'll belittle the man.
Right.
Men, when some women say harmful things to men, the men, they might not say nothing, but they will secretly resent you.
Right.
Or some men might rough you up.
Right.
I always tell any women, especially my daughter, certain things you just ain't supposed to say.
Right.
And you have to have a level of discipline, what not to say. And if you say the right thing at the wrong time, it will cause you pain. So just knowing how to get the digits, when you are approaching a woman, you might want to come with some questions. And you can, cheat, come up with a list of questions, just wash, rinse, and repeat. And whatever question that you ask that woman, you better be prepared to answer them now, because they're going to ask you, what about you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they're smart or, they really want to know you. If people don't ask questions, it typically shows a sign that they're not interested. So if those who work for corporate America, you're going to interview the first time, and then they like you, they bring you back the second time.
Right.
And they like you again, they make you have a third time. They're showing you
Their
interest. So
Yeah.
that's why, hey, we want to schedule another interview.
Let's go a little bit deeper with
Right.
this. Yeah.
So guys, start asking the question. One of the questions I'm probably would ask is, what do you like? What's the deal breaker? That would be a great one. What do you want me to see when I see you? Would be another one. A third one, I ain't gonna give you all of them. And then third one, how do you see me? Another book that I wrote that I'll be coming out, attraction. What are you attracted to?
Right.
So when that person sees you, physical is one thing, but
Right.
what physically attracts you to the person?
Right.
And you might want to be able to explain it. And men have to learn how to articulate themselves. And so the better you can articulate yourself, the better you can get your message through.
Right. What fears or misconception men have that keeps them from opening up to women? And how answer that, and then answer how can we, the women, address it?
If a man thinks he's going to be judged, meaning, let me explain judging. I don't think nothing wrong with being judgmental, because we have to have judgment calls on certain things. But I think to the level where I feel a level of guilt and shame.
Right.
Guilt is, let me define it real quick. Guilt is I did something bad.
Right.
Shame is I am bad. So if you, if majority of women, if they start building an environment where a man can be honest. See, as men, we never been taught how to be honest.
Right. Right.
We're in a society where it's taught us that it's okay to lie.
Right.
So if you think about this here, how do we tell the truth? Why tell the truth when lying has always worked?
Right.
And we have been lied to so much that we don't even know what's
Right.
true or what's
Right.
real or what's accurate.
Right.
So again, when you deal with disappointment, when you deal with pain, especially with those who come from, households and you've been lied to, when you find out that ain't your real dad,
Right.
or you find out
Yeah.
this your brother by somebody else. I mean, all these different secrets and lies.
Yeah.
This builds up a level of pain, and you understand some people have been through so much pain they don't know how to feel. They become numb. So what happens is a lot of time men will go after that one woman, and when she breaks his heart, then his heart becomes guarded. Well, women have been doing this since, they was 15, sweet 16. Then they had their boyfriend in high school, they got their heart broken, and
Right.
then they go, through college, he break their heart, or they get married and he break your heart. Heartbreak. So what happens is women start guarding their heart.
Right.
Well, only thing not good about guarding your heart, you won't let anything in, but nothing comes out either.
Right.
And that's what people think. So I think that if women create a atmosphere, an environment, I should say, hey, you can tell me the truth. So a question would be, what is it that I can be open and honest with you about that I won't get in trouble, that you won't leave me? So if a man, remember, people lie for different reasons.
Right.
I may lie to you to protect you. I may lie to you, because I don't know how you gonna respond to it. Or I'm gonna lie to you because I'm gonna get in trouble. So people lie for different reasons. So again, if you say, as parents, I know my mother said this all the time. She said, whenever I ask you something, you tell me the truth.
Right.
Don't you lie to them. Don't you lie to me. Well, it's the same thing as your attorney would tell you. Tell me everything so I can help you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my mom said that. She's like, hey, if you kill somebody, let me know. I might need to know it, hide the body and make some calls. You know what I'm saying? Just hypothetical. But I'm just saying, this is a level of honesty.
Right.
And if as parents, you teach your kids that, So let's keep that going. And I think if we women create the atmosphere, like, hey man, you're not going to, I'm not going to leave you just because you make a mistake. And a lot of deal breakers of women leave relationships because of cheating. And I understand the level of betrayal and dishonesty.
Right.
But ladies, always ask yourself this question: did he do it out of weakness or out of wickedness?
And then once you come up with your answer, then
Then you make an informed decision at that particular point in time. Hey, can I heal from this? One thing that goes along with love is forgiveness.
Yeah.
You have to have both. They're not separate.
So, man, you just brought something up in my mind of having conversations with some women. And the thing about that wickedness or the weakness, is that what you said?
Weakness and wickedness.
So, most women can't tell when it's a difference because of the action. They don't pay attention to the intent. They pay attention to the action because the action is so familiar that they don't even try to dig deep into trying to figure out why. That's why so many men are labeled as no good. He's a dog. And not necessarily because of why they did it or where it's coming from, but the actions.
Yeah.
And we're constantly, men and women, we're constantly battling with, I'm doing this, and this comes back to the therapy. So you can get you some therapy and know why you are responding or why you are acting the way that you act when it comes to certain relationships. Some of it is stemmed from both male and female. What daddy did, what daddy did to mama.
Mm-hmm.
And then what uncle did to auntie, what granddaddy did to grandma. So I seen all these jokers. Ain't none of these jokers any good. So when I see you mimic, I already know what that is. Before we even take into consideration your past and your hurt and the weakness that you have, it's hard for both sides. Men don't know how to explain it. But they're not going to say, baby, I'm weak. They're not going to say that. So we have to try to figure it out. And while we're trying to figure it out, we're still getting hurt. And the man is getting hurt because once they're weak, they're going to try to put up a wall so you won't see it. So the woman's fighting and the man is fighting too. And that's why we can't come together. But that there will get you some help. Get some help. Try to figure out what's going on.
Right. And like you said, in the past, how do people respond to pain? Most times use a distraction.
Yes.
I'll treat the symptoms, but not the problem.
Right.
So again, I keep suffering this headache, and you keep taking aspirin, but it's something that's deeper.
Right.
So this is not normal for you to keep responding like that. And kids do it.
Mm-hmm.
And adults do it too. They'll start acting out.
Right.
And you be like, what's going on? And when you realize, I was talking to someone earlier, to one of my clients, how they suffer from imposter syndrome. You wake up in the mirror, you don't even know who you are.
Right.
And they actually, they're married. They don't even know who they are. And they know that their significant other don't know who they are.
Right.
But it's hard for them to admit that because it's a level of shame.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have these family trauma that we've seen.
Yeah.
And this is normal.
Yeah.
And you like look at Good Times when James was throwing chairs and Florida, what I'm saying, yelling.
Yeah.
If this is the norm for you, then cool. And a lot of people say, well, this is how I was raised. I'm like, please stop saying that.
Yeah.
Please stop saying that, because you can be raised wrong.
For sure.
And that ain't how well, my grandmother and I, hey man, that worked for that particular point in time. You know, your mom used to give you a quarter and say, keep this, you know, or some of this stuff, payphone, we don't need no quarter.
Right.
We have cell phones now.
Right.
But some of these things are not applicable to today's
Right.
time. And how we was raised, the baby boomers taught us how to react and respond. But we don't teach our kids like that. They teach us how to be reactive.
Right.
And we teach our kids how to be proactive, get ahead of this train.
Mm-hmm.
They keep teaching rainy day, rainy day, rainy day. Like, well, you know, the sun shines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what if this and that's out of fear. But that's how they was raised, out of fear. So again, I think a lot of times if we really look at ourselves and say, hey, I'm hurting. What am I doing to medicate this pain? Because people cheat for two reasons, out of need or out of greed. So you have to look at it. And if a person is greedy, like my father always say, a greedy dog ain't never satisfied.
Right.
So again, that person needs to look a little deeper in yourself and start asking themselves, what is it about me?
Right.
And then don't attach yourself to someone who's really kind of greedy. And here's the other part about it. I ain't like this. I tell guys, women moral compass ain't that high because
women, what?
Their moral compass.
Moral compass.
Yeah, it's not that high.
Okay.
And that's what happened. Guys believe that they're more. Well, I did this, and you know they ain't gonna do this here, and then when they do it, they get blindsided, and that's when they go into rage, and because they can't express that, especially if they had a kid by them, or they married to them, or they in a relationship with them. They don't want society to judge you, so they'll come in protection.
This is true.
So yeah, when they come in and out of protection, they may tell one person, or they may not tell nobody. So they internalize their pain.
Yeah.
And so again, if you don't talk it out, talk therapy, you're gonna act it out, and it's gonna come out. Man, why are you so mad? Man, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And then when you're not in a different place in your life, and you feel like life is gave you a bad deal, man, you will sit there and you will get pissed off.
Yeah.
You be sitting there with the remote in your hand. What's wrong with you? Nothing. And you be like, because he don't know how to articulate himself. Yeah. That's why therapy is so good, because it teaches you how to speak, how to talk, how to articulate yourself, and how you feel.
Yes.
We, Generation X, are learning feelings.
Just now learning.
Yeah,
I know it.
Baby boomers don't know about no feelings.
Right, they don't have that.
Right. You better do as I say.
Right.
Forget your feelings. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So again, they only taught us 3.
Sad,
mad, and happy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so now we have the millennials talking about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why I wrote my book. My book is the masterclass for emotional intelligence. Because if you don't know, we get blamed for what we don't know. And this is what I'm trying to do, trying to educate the public, the masses, not think like a man and like a woman. That don't even sound right.
Right.
So again, these are applications that you can apply that's applicable, and they work.
Just got to get that talk therapy.
Yes, that's a part of it, yeah.
It is.
Because it helps you with your confidence.
It is. And once, and you know, I keep pushing there because I just believe in it. I really do. Once you really get tools and strategies to use, you start recognizing, oh, I did respond like that. Let me change. Let me go back and think about. Because something I'm working on right now, I thought I just said something I'm working on, is determining whether it is my feelings, or am I responding to my feelings, or I'm responding to something that's actually true. Then I have to stop and weigh it out. Okay, is this something I think, or is this something that is totally true? So you got to really stop. So that way I know how to respond. That goes back to the wickedness and weakness. You have to stop and think about it. Is this guy wicked, or is he being weak right now? But that really takes spending time and paying attention, because they're not going to say it, but just the little things that they open up and say and share. You have to pay attention to what they're not saying, so to speak, to try to get a holistic view of, are they really being wicked or are they being weak? And that's some strategic planning on a woman that they have to do until you get your mate, your guy, your boo, your baby.
We'll look at it another way. Let me add to that. Stop looking for the red flags and start looking for what you want. Most people start looking. Those who believe in the Bible say, seeking, you shall find.
Yeah.
Look for love.
Right.
Don't look for, let me see if they're going to do it, and they're going to do it. If you got to do all that, the world does not owe you understanding. And if you have not healed from these things, don't get into the game. The streets are unforgiving.
Right.
And the streets don't owe you nothing. So again, get on the porch, finish your breakfast, and just stay there until you have healed. Most people say, I've been in therapy already. So the question I ask is, what did you learn about yourself?
Right.
If you've been in the therapy, you should learn some things about yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And your job is to teach the other person what you have been through and what you have gone through and where you are now. Because a lot of people think, well, I'm healed from that. The absence of pain doesn't mean that you're healed.
Yes.
And a lot of people think that.
Yeah. Because
again, you can ignore it. And you know what? Change is not, permanent. I changed. Man, it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Because that's why people have relapse.
Yeah.
Because it's so familiar. So we have to really be intentional and say, oh, I don't want to be this person.
Right.
I don't want to be that person right there. Hurt somebody, it cuts somebody. I go off on somebody. I do all that.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to be that person.
Right.
This is the person I want to be over here. So I have to really work.
Mm-hmm.
Those who have lost weight before, they'll tell you the change ain't permanent.
Right.
They didn't got their body right. Oh man, girl, you lost 20 pounds. And then they come right back. What happened? Well, like I be working and all that. And you have to understand that. And so change is temporary.
Yeah.
And so we have to really work. And relationships have to be managed.
Yeah, somebody said, oh, look at that saying. Interesting. Oh, so much great information, isn't it? I told y'all. Okay, let's get through some more of this essence.
Okay, go ahead.
One that stood out to me was smarts, right?
Yeah.
And you used the word that I had to look this word up. Sapiosexuality.
Yeah.
Is it sapio or sapio?
Sapio.
Sapiosexuality. What the heck is that? Why do a man need this characteristic?
So if you think about this here, one of the people who I really admire for a number of reasons, Jay-Z. Jay-Z, if you think about it, Jay-Z was Jay-Z way before Beyonce was Beyonce. She was Destiny's Child.
Right.
Right. But he got her. And, he's not the most,
Yeah, we know.
But let me tell you what he does have.
What do we have?
He has intellect.
Okay.
Why women are attracted to preachers because of the level of intellect of the biblical knowledge they know.
Okay.
When a man can teach a woman something, do you know how impressive that is?
Yes, very much.
That's why when women were younger, they wanted to date older guys. Why? Because of the wisdom. Mm-hmm. Wisdom is so important. Wisdom teaches you what to do and what not to do.
Right.
See, there's data, there's information, there's knowledge, and there's wisdom.
Yes, sir.
And wisdom, that's what King Solomon said. He wanted wisdom.
Right.
Man, when you become wise, knowing how to move, remember, any formula works with anything if you know the formula. Yeah. But you have to be wise. A lot of people are not wise. Yeah. They're emotional. Right. And anytime your emotions overpower your intellect, you're going to make a horrible decision.
Right.
Look how many people in prison right now who cannot control their emotions. They didn't think. So if you, the more you learn about anything, let me say it again. The more you learn about anything, is the better you know how to use it.
Yeah, for sure. Because wisdom is so attractive. It really is.
Hold on, you gotta give me some.
You
gotta
gotta
give me
get
some
some.
of that. Yeah.
Wisdom is so. So did you say what sexuality was?
No, you gotta look it up. They got about a book for that.
They got about the book?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I explained.
I know
they'll
it
look
is.
it
I
up.
wanted them to know.
They'll look it up. They can't give all answers.
Okay. Well, okay. So I got to get to. Oh wait, let me get this off. I got to get to the last part, because the last part is what I really like. So there's two parts I put together, two sections.
Okay.
I can't say about anyone else, but this woman right here love these two sections.
Okay.
And then the last four, I love the last four sections, but we're gonna start off with these two: saline scents and sharp dress. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. I like peanut butter, and I eat a peanut butter sandwich, and I eat a jelly sandwich. But when you put the things together, boy,
Be magical.
woo! So he put saline scents, and then he put sharp dress. Tell us about it.
So think about it. When you, my mom did it more than my dad, but to put on clothes. And my mom dressed a certain way because she wanted to present herself to the world as such. But then she wanted her kids to do the same thing.
Okay.
And man, when you put on like the first day of school clothes,
Right.
man, do you know your chest stick out? You
Right.
iron your clothes, you lay them out like, oh, I'm wear this or wear this. But stop for a second. The feeling.
Mm-hmm.
We're so caught up in the action. But remember the feeling that you felt on the first day of school, what you was gonna wear.
Right.
And how you walked into school, you were like, man, hey, don't touch me, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't, hey, what's up, man?
Right.
What's up, man? You know, because you was clean.
Uh-huh.
That feeling, and people, they respect it. Every woman like a well-dressed man. Put on a good suit, suited and booted. Or you put on a good-looking suit and you walk in somewhere. I don't care who you are. If you look nice in a suit, back in the days, I remember Denzel Washington did the cover of GQ, and them little bow legs came out there. Man, he was in that suit, man. I was like, man, it was clean. Or Regis Philbin back in the day, how he used to have his mono color suits.
Uh-huh.
Even back in the days, you know, people used to, Sammy Davis Jr., they used to wear suits, man. It meant something. And women like that. They were like, ooh, you look nice. How you doing? Then speak.
Right.
But come in there and look crazy if you
Right.
want to and see what happens. That's why women want to, if you have any, guys, if a woman say to you, you gonna wear that?
That's what you want?
Yeah, that is the indicator that you're doing the wrong thing.
Woo! What that saline, man, that's it. You got to have that smell. You can listen, you can be dressed up, but
well,
I don't smell.
Well,
No, sir.
So I got that from my father. My father didn't have a large collection like I do, but he was a polo guy. He liked polo, Ralph Lauren,
right?
And he would put on these fragrances, and he would put it on, and my dad would be gone to work, and you walk in the house, you can still smell it. And then, my mom was like, yo, daddy, with that cologne, blah, blah, blah. But my mama loved the way he smelled.
Right.
And when that made my daddy do more. I think women have to understand you can pull things out of a man.
Yeah. This is
by just acknowledging him.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledgement is so powerful.
Yes, it is.
That it lets us men notice that you see us. We want to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
if the cars and the houses that we buy, if women didn't see it and didn't like it, guys wouldn't buy it.
Right.
But when a woman sees, my mother acknowledged my father and said, "Oh, you smell good." He went and got a different bottle,
Right.
I ran out of this. He would go through a bottle of cologne like that. It amazed me. But that's what he wanted to do for his woman.
Yes.
For his baby, for his girl.
Right.
That's why it's so important.
Yeah.
And scents are very important because ain't no one want to get in there like,
Right.
So how you soaps, detergents, deodorants, mouthwash, all of that stuff is important, man.
Right. All the scents.
Yeah.
You end the book. We coming to a close. Look at that. They laughing. You coming to a close. But the end of his book, you end your book right, man. You ended it right.
Do I get another one?
Man, you ended it right. So the last couple of essays, I'm put these two essays together. The last final one is spirituality and sanctuary. All them other essays mean absolutely nothing if you don't have spirituality, and then if you don't have your sanctuary. Talk about first of all, why you put that last? What was you thinking when you did that?
Because they cancel out everything else. You can have any and everything, but if you're not connected to the source, which is God,
right,
the resources don't matter.
Right.
That is where you get your help. That's where you get your strength. That's where you get your foundation.
Yeah.
And try to make it without him.
Not me.
Try to make it without him. And women want to know that you know how to bow down to something other than yourself.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm not following you if you're not following him.
So
you're going to leave me.
So that's the best for last.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that is the anchor.
Yes.
And you have to understand that it's something that's bigger than you. So that's the reason why I say the best for last.
I love it. Love it. I love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. Somebody said, yes, Daddy. Wait a minute. Who is that? Wait. Yes, Daddy. Come on in. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Woo! Woo, that just did something to me.
I'm having fun.
Yes, baby. A good set and well dressed. That does it every time. Oh, and that feet got to look good. You got to put some. That's the old folks told me.
What?
You pay attention to a man's feet. If he put, so I see the bottom of your shoes.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I don't earlier.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
When a man put time, effort, and money into what's on his feet, when he cares about his feet, that means, first of all, it say he's not stingy. He cares about how he looks, and then he'll care about taking care of you.
Well, you know what? Let me add to that. You invest in what you love.
That's right. That's what the Bible say. Where a man's treasure is, and the way you find that, where you know what his treasure is when you spend that money. That's what the good books say. Ooh, you want to know where his heart? Where you spend that money. Yeah. So, you got something else for us?
No, I really want to just take this opportunity to thank you for having me on your platform. One author to another author, I want to say I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
May 18th is your day.
Yeah.
I will be there with bells on, and I bring some other people with me to support you. I know how challenging and how difficult it can be to write a book. And I know the effort and the many times I threw my book, my tablet across the room, but you stuck with it and you finished it.
Yes, man.
You finished it. And so again, I don't know how long it took you. I remember you telling me it took you a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It's finished.
Yes,
it's finished. So that sense of accomplishment is something that you can be proud of, and I'm proud of you for finishing the task.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm proud of you too. Give some.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you too, sir. Compliment. I forgot to say that. Y'all can tell he's a candy cane. He's not a shimmer. He don't shimmer. That's the Deuce. He's the cane. He's the what's y'all song? Old school song. Y'all used to step on. Flashlight. He's the flashlight. Flashlight. Oh, Mary. She's my Cap sweetheart sister. Okay. Mary, he's a flashlight. Flashlight. Great content teach. Thank you for sharing. Oh, there she goes. She's throwing up the yellow. There it is. Love the Kappas. Love the Kappas. But I love the bros. Love the Kappas, but I love the bros. But I am so grateful, sir. Thank you so much for all of the knowledge, the wisdom that you have given us tonight. I listen, guys. I know some guys on here. If you don't have what it takes, listen, you got to get this. Tell us where can I get it?
Well, right now it's on Amazon. The 7 Answers to Getting Any Woman. When my book release is coming in July. I think it's July the 12th, I believe. We're going to have a save the date. It's going to be a great book release. Got some hidden gems and surprises for you. But it's not the reason why it's that size, and it's the reason why it's that short, because it wasn't nothing else for me to put in there. It wasn't nothing else for me to put in there. So this is the cheat code to emotional. The masterclass and the cheat code to emotional intelligence. And ladies, if you want to know the secret, if you want to know the behind the scenes, if you want to peek and see what men are talking about,
get this book.
There it is.
I got me one. I got to in the listen. The most important thing right now, I think, is understanding the emotional intelligence and being able to tap into it. So many men just don't want to tap into it. Nope. Let me take that back. Let me rewind. Okay. It's not that they don't want to. They don't know how. They haven't been taught. I believe that they have a desire to, because most men, they really want their relationship to blossom. They want their relationship to last. But they lack the emotional intelligence in knowing how to really tap into it. They can say, I love you, and then really feel it and have the feelings. But to get down deep and express what they're feeling, because some men, you can say, I love you. What do you love about me? I love the way you love me. Come on. Come on, go a little bit deeper. Go a little bit deeper. But that's okay. We're learning and we're growing. Get you some therapy, get you some Jesus. And men, get this book. The 7 Answers to Getting Any Woman. Thank you. Man, I had so much fun. I knew we would. Yeah. I knew we would. And thank you all so much for joining in on Manifest Life with Tisha. Listen, next month, the month of June, you do not want to miss it, and look out for it. Don't forget, for those of you that are in Dallas, May 18th, from 2 to 5, I'm going to be at Sankofa's Kitchen. And listen, I'm going to be giving away prizes. I'm giving away merch, baby. Come and get the merch. And there's going to be some entertainment. It's going to be food. It's going to be a good, I was about to say a glorious time. Churchy. It's going to be a wonderful time. You're going to be able to get the book and the journal with my John Hancock on it. So I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Thank you. I love you all. I really, really mean it. And I'll see you all same time next month, the first Monday. Manifest Life with Tisha. Have a good one. Bye.
Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out. Moving serious life.